What's up guys, Zeus here, and I'm going to make a quick little guide explaining how Journalist works. So with that being said, let's get right into the details. So now, her first ability, and her only ability for that matter, is her camera. Her camera's first portion is the containing angle, which allows you to set up a clone at any pallet on the map, disregarding elevated pallets that are on two-story buildings like hospital. Now, when you throw a clone, there will be footsteps showing the direction of where the clone is going to be heading, so that way there is no confusion. However, when you throw a clone, you do need to aim it at what pallet you want. There are moments where you will end up misplacing the pallets if you're not careful. I'm going to end up showing a clip of this happening to me in a ranked match. It's kind of funny actually, right here. So as you can see, there's footsteps, and I ended up on this end throwing the clone at the farther pallet on accident, and ended up dying. So now, when you throw a clone at a pallet, when the circle around the camera ends, that is when the clone is going to disappear from the pallet, and that'll be the first usage of the clone. One thing to keep in mind though, however, is that if you do end up clicking on the camera early before the circle goes around, then you will be put under a 10-second cooldown. As well, if you throw a clone at a pallet, but then you end up dropping the pallet, the clone will automatically disappear and put you under cooldown again. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you end up tapping on the clone without aiming it at a pallet, it'll just end up running to the closest pallet that it can get to in that direction. So as you can see, I tapped it and it ended up coming to this pallet right over here. Secondary effect of throwing a clone at a pallet is that if there is a hunter inside of the pallet that the clone is camping, the clone will automatically drop the pallet, giving you a pallet stun. The secondary effect of her camera, known as the rescue angle, can be thrown at rocket chairs in order to obviously rescue a survivor. Just like the pallet clone, the rescue angle will have an automated direction, however it is almost a guaranteed farm, since the clone disappears after doing the rescue. As well, additionally, the clone, if the journalist is carrying Tide Turner, the clone will actually transfer over Tide Turner. So if we look back at this rescue, my clone does end up just reaching the chair, and as you can see, the barmaid doesn't instantly go down because my Tide got immediately transferred over to the barmaid through the clone. The final gimmick of the clone is just after the clone gets hit, the journalist will also receive a speed boost. So as you can see, my clone got hit and now I got a speed boost. Now, Journalist's external traits involve Courage, which gives her a 10% chair persistence buff. Then her decoding debuff is 10% and an additional 3% up to 9% for every clone that gets hit. And then when a hunter hits a clone, they have a 30% increased attack recovery speed. And as well, she gets a 10% movement increase speed when she is near the clone. With that being said, guys, that's going to be everything. If I miss anything, please let me know in the comments down below. I hope this helps. Thank you all for watching.